What the?
Nice flying.
What the hell was that?
Thank you.
Why do I fly with you?
What happened? I didn't even hit anything. I was
That
going.
was a fast death.
No, I was going straight.
Third time's the charm.
Somebody got something parked on top of my 890. Oh, that must be the 300. Oh my god, it just blew up again! I was just about to pull onto the cargo pad.
Oh man.
Doors open.
Something like that.
Clear the bay.
I dropped.
Oh, you missed.
And
Oh my
he's
God.
dead.
All my gear.
That is not my fault! It wasn't my fault!
You should inject them with the drug. You need to like manage the blood alcohol level.
How did I just die?
You know. What?
Somebody ran into me and now I'm dead.
Do it for science.
Oh yeah! Oh, there goes a. There.
Please don't turn a second.
Ready up. More shitheads inbound.
I'm back in the seat.
Get back here. Protect
I got targeting.
I hired you to protect me. Now get back here and protect me. I hired you to protect me. Now get back here and protect me. I hired you to protect me. Now get back here and protect me.
Kill it. One hit.
Stay down.
Well, that one hit it directly.
I thought I was a gun. Thanks.
This is like covered in the cat, but it's still alive.
No, my saber is fine. Look.
Oh, it looked like it knocked. It looked like it knocked the engine off the valve.
I think he only destroyed himself and the Gladius.
He knocked.
Got bumped a little bit, but it didn't get destroyed.
Hey, look what I. Hey, look what I found.
What'd you find?
I found his body.
Did you? You're dragging him?
Dude, look at this. Look at the cat's like smothering my mantis, but my mantis is fine. It didn't even take any damage. It didn't even listen to the engines.
What happens if we need them, Crafty?
I have some.
What? What the hell is that? If there was somebody in there, they're not in there anymore. Damn, this crater's huge. Ah, damn!
Shields at 15%.
Trespassing on private property, leave or...
I just stepped on a turret. And it lived! What the hell? I squashed that thing. You said 5.5 for how long?
132.
Roger that.
I heard things explode as you took off. I don't know if that was the turret or our engines. Just the zombie big one.
I made it back in.
Good kill.
Back it off. Back off. let's, can you put it at about 25%? Oh, no, that's not, you're supposed to hit it with the laser beam, not your ship. As he backs off the screen like out of shame. That was good. What's the worst that's gonna happen? It's gonna fall. Oh, what the hell? Gravity just got yeeted by his own ship. Of course, then you gotta contend with the. Oh shit! What the hell's going on? Why? Oh god, no! Why? Why?
Whoa! What is your ship doing?
What the? Where's my ship going? Come back!
That's concerning.
Where are you going?
Alright, I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I. That thing was shut off too.
Interesting.
I gotta find a way to get back in now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's cutting it a little close.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Well, you had a chance to come back in backspace. You can still get on the server, but you're not going to be on the 890 anymore.
That's not how you fly a razor.
Looks like Dark's dead. Okay.
I don't know what this Idris is doing. He's trying to escape in reverse. I told you I was bad at shooting these things. Ah, yes. Finally got a hit. We're almost in sync.
That's hilarious.
Coming in hot.
Oh no, that's not right. That's the ground. That's the ground.
Before the ground.
That's
ground.
Clutcher. We're gonna bounce off Clutcher.
Bouncy, bouncy.
Well, we definitely. Ah. Well, we hit Clutcher. Oh shit, that's a big prison. Yeah. Yeah, that was a big prison for sure. I hate Aberdeen at night.
I think we're probably gonna go at now.
I would say so.
Death of a bunch of spacemen. Yeah.
I need some help moving up
eyes twitch.
Oh no! Don't! No! 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 Ah!
We're not gonna make this.
I'm trying to back
Quick,
out.
quick,
I'm trying
escape,
to back
escape.
out. I'm trying to back out. Trying to back out.
I'm opening the ramp.
Maybe
Emergency.
too late.
Emergency.
I called for it to open.
It just wants a
No.
hug.
No
I escaped.
crap.
I escaped. I
No
escaped.
crap.
Nail.
We're cut in half.
Yes.
No.
I see the inside, but not the exterior of your ship. It's weird.
Oh yes, initiate ship storage. Store the ship. Store the ship. And there's the Moab dropping too.
Well, I'm dead.
I got hit
I'm
by
dead.
the shot.
I'm alive.
I'm fine. I mean, I got
Alright.
flipped around, but I'm still. So we could take a look at the whole A. Oh my God! Just as I spawn in, he's already shooting me. Really, I'm glad your skills are so bad that the only way you can hone them is shooting a defenseless, slow-ass ship that's not even fighting back. And this is what you find to be, you know, good for you. I have a feeling this person is probably 5 years old. And I will definitely be participating and sending things to you guys when I can. And everybody, give you know, clip of the day is back, so definitely give them a follow over there on YouTube. Check it out. Why? Oh shit! I have no helmet on. I have no helmet. Who let me
Can't
go
save you
outside
from
without a
that.
helmet?
It's not just B anymore. Yay.
Reprieve.
Well, that just might. Oh, nice shot! Wow!
They are fast to acquire target now. There's one directly behind the mule, there's one directly in front of me, and there's one at my 8 o'clock. Looks like. And there's another one, although I don't see them currently, that was over to your 9 o'clock there, so be careful over there.
Yep. Gravity, you're clear.
No, right behind the mule, like in the cargo area, there's one. Just swing around and
Alright.
open fire.
Literally in the cargo.
Yeah, I ran him over and got stuck
Yeah,
there.
he's down. You're free. Alright, I'm going up into the fuselage here. You guys hit the bow. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we definitely can do that. Oh, that's a crossbar. No! That hurt. And I'm dead.
Stab him. Watch out for Ken getting his body up here.
Fingers float. What's that?
Alright.
It's the hacking chip, yeah.
What about that? You want the ice pick?
Oh my god.
It just stuck on the scaffolding.
Ice
think I'm
pick
in
is
collector.
faster than the Ripper.
Louis says it sounds like he needs to get on and collect some
It's more
bounties.
expensive too.
I think Louis wants to come after us. Oh, yeah, oh my god.
We you know,
Crywo,
Ice pick.
that guy.
and then... What? Who just killed us?
I'm about to find out. That was we were shut down.
By...
She read-
I'm in the cockpit.
And remember, you just understand that going.
Got it.
Oh, there we go.
I am in.
Let's go.
Idris just popped in right above me.
Yes,
and
it
we
did.
that.
Oh, let's go. We finally stole the Idris.
Yay!
All right, I'm
We
gonna head
have an
down.
Idris.
Yes. Yeah, don't blow it up, Dark, because I do want to fight it.
Oh, nope, I am in Glacier.
Oh, now the Idris is getting into a fight. Oh, the Bengal is. Oh no, that's the Bengal is shooting now. The Bengal.
Yeah, there's
is-
two red.
Holy crap!
Whoa.
That's a lot of gunfire.
That's many bullet.
Holy sh! And it sounds like it's all ballistic.
Oh, there we go.
As did request it. See, you're still fine.
Fine. Traumatized now.
You're alive and in the hangar, are you not? Last time I did this with H3, he got blowed up. Seriously?
Missile, missile, missile. Ah! Very pop. Smoke coming off that bike, or if it's just kicking up dust. Flex closed 4 seconds on that last lap from -6 to -2. Hell rained, yes, this is a hell of a race. Now, even if Flex doesn't overtake him, we still get into the second place competition with the second place bracket. But he's coming through the S curves, going around, coming back to the main island. He is making up some time, and he has passed. He passed. Oh! Oh, he hit him. Oh, what was that?
Oh, that's good. If there's ever a ship you do want to try out, you can try. What's going on?
Whoa, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm up here on the deck. No, you're not gonna kill me. Haha, you missed. Oh, and there. Oh, but you're going over. I'm running.
I especially appreciate the people who are able to keep track of dates.
They, call us out.
I'm actually strafing down to go out. Okay, so apparently there's an overhang above the hangars. I didn't account for that. Getting unruly.
Alright, I'm gonna stage about 20 off my parking point and you want to get there.
Bailey, don't hit the quantum. The heck? Bailey hit the quantum.
All right, what's going on? And welcome to the System 7 race number 3 for the reverse snake pit. Gravity Cat is off and picking up his vehicle. He's going to load up on the C2 and then come on over to the snake pit. We are on board the Atmo Esports Carrack, and we will be observing from here, and we will also be getting Gravity Cat's view once he actually starts sharing his screen. But today is 5 laps around the reverse snake pit, going over the pipe, and pretty much the entire opposite of the course that we did last year.
Some of the contenders on this are going to be very tough this year. We've got Herbie racing against Gravity Cat, as well as Luddix and Space Tech, as well as several other very well-known racers. This is going to definitely be a very difficult race because that pipe is much different than it was last year. It definitely wants to push you off one side or another, and once you start slipping off, there is not much chance that you're going to be able to recover. Currently, right now, we are tied after the first two races for fourth place. So we're hoping to put some points on the board here with this in the upper tier to keep us up there in the scoreboards. But overall, the racing is about fun. So we're going to have some fun with this. And after this race today, in about 2 weeks, we'll have a double race of the STV out on Orison, as well as the PTV, both being ran by Anral. And you may have seen us practicing that. We'll also be continuing to do practice for that, as well as my race, which is going to be the whiteout race out on Lyria with the Lynx. And then, of course, everything will wrap up in about 6 weeks with the Lorville Loop, where all four of us will be racing different legs of the system. We're hoping that by that time it's going to be in 323. So right now, 323 is in wave 1, and you can get in and check that all out, as well as don't forget to hit live to do your overdrive events so that you can get those rewards that they're giving with that, such as the upgrade from the F7C Mark II to go straight to the F7A, as well as the armor set that you'll be receiving in your hangar for completion of the overdrive event. But we are going to be broadcasting this here. You can also catch all the action on the Atmo Esports Twitch page as well. And we appreciate everybody being here. We're just waiting for them to finish getting set up and get the racers out here. And then actually once they get to that point, Gravity Cat will be coming down. We'll be getting his view. Flex is here with us today, as well as Anral. And we will actually be playing the communications from the team itself over to Gravity Cat and all that. So you'll get to hear everything that Gravity Cat's hearing and also see everything from his point of view as well. But thank you for showing up here today. We are usually streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Unfortunately, this past Thursday, I had a work conflict that I had to take care of. But we will be back on our regular schedule tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will go in and check out 323 and see all the new stuff that they're offering in that. So join us for that tomorrow at 7 p.m. And we will hopefully see a really good race here today. There are a lot of strong competitors. This just to our left here is the starting line. They're going to cut up and go around a bend. And actually, let me see if I can't get us the map of this. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Let me find the maps. That's here. See about finding you guys the maps of this. Nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want.
All right, so let's see if we can't show you this map here. All right, so this is the map of the reverse snake pit. And you can see the checkered part is underneath the pipe. That's where they're going to start. They're going to go up and to the left through a small hole in the area there that passes them through to come across a rocky crag and up a hill. Then they're going to cut left and go that full straightaway across that entire pipe. Now that pipe is very important because with that, if they fall off anywhere on that pipe outside of the departure point, they actually have to come all the way back to the beginning of the pipe to get back on. That could be very dangerous if you're 3/4 of the way or even 1/4 of the way across. It's going to add significant time for you to have to come back. The Cyclones do not exactly have enough power to drive up these plateaus and get over. So in some cases, they're going to have to go around them to get back to the entry point of the pipe to do it again. So it'll be interesting to see how many racers that we actually get that actually fall off that pipe or that possibly end up having to go back and start over. And this is 5 laps. So very likely if they fall off once, I think we're going to see some instances where people are falling off on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or even possibly the 5th lap. The first lap is going to be the most dangerous. That's when you're going to have the most congestion on that starting point and across the entire pipe. Passing on there is near impossible. But they're going to come all the way across it, dismount after the knuckles at the end of the pipe, dropping down into this valley, coming around and going up through the wreckage, through a hole, and then they are going to be coming around in the backwards kind of way through the snake pit, and then coming back around these turns here. And all of this is filled with rocks. Not a very easy area to traverse. This probably has the hardest pathway to find for a smooth ride through there, and then back to the underneath of the pipe, and then continue on for 4 more times. So that is going to definitely be a very, very nerve-wracking portion of this, is going across that pipe. And I think that's where we're going to see probably the most amount of action, disappointment, and headaches going through this race, because falling off once could cost you the race. Falling off multiple times would definitely cost you the race. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that plays out. So a lot of tough areas there that they're going to have to traverse and make their way through to be able to complete this race all the way through and hopefully put some points on the board. Currently right now, like I said, we are tied for 4th against some very strong competitors. So doing well in this race is definitely going to be huge for us if we can do that. Let's clear that 30K counter. We don't want that up as bad juju today. All right, so we are just hanging out on board the Carrack here and just waiting. As you can see, I was lucky enough to grab a seat here. There's Check Leak and Circle Worm, a couple of friends of the channel. Goofy Gamer Girl was up here earlier. But we have a lot of spectators here on board the Carrack. I would imagine a number of them are going to go up to the flight deck to be able to view from the top of the ship. Anrol and Flex are both on board here with me as well. So they will be giving their rendition of what they're seeing and passing information along to Gravity Cat as well. And then once Gravity Cat gets the okay to move on down to this channel, we'll get his view set up as well as commentary on their part so that you can hear what's going on with them. This is usually the one part of the race that always has the most lag and waiting to get this stuff set up and going. It looks like the first C2 is here with the first set of racers. They have 2 C2s transporting those racers out. 8 racers on board. The racers are going to be driving RCs.
And they are not allowed to have a co-pilot, but they are permitted to have a tractor beam gun in case their vehicle flips and they need to get out and right it. So that much, they can at least get it back on its wheels so they can continue on the race. But again, something that's going to cost it quite a bit of time and eat away at their overall score. But I anticipate that we may see one or two people that have to do that, as well as I would imagine we're going to see a couple of people fall off that pipe. And of course, this is the pipe here, and it goes over the entire track, as you can see, all the way down to that end. And this is, like I said, the most nerve-wracking part. Let's see what's going on the Atmo channel. It looks like they're just reviewing some of the races and the course of what tracks we're doing next. Of course, the next one is going to be race 5, or race 4 is going to be the STV on the barge area out at Orison, and race 5 is going to be the PTV at the buggy track there on Orison. And that will actually be Anroll driving both of those for us. And then I'll be driving the Lynx in race number 6. And a week after race number 6 is when you're going to see the Lorville Loop with the finale for the System 7. And here come the RCs starting to get lined up. All right. So while they're getting lined up, I'm going to step away for one quick second, and then we'll be getting to a spot where we'll hopefully be getting underway very soon. But we'll leave you guys with a little bit of music and a view of them lining up there on the starting line, and be right back. All right. There they are lining up down there. Looks like they got one C2 unloaded, working on the second one right now. And as you can see, they're all going to start under that right piling.
Total of 16 racers in this, so very possibly on that first turn, we may end up seeing some bumping and some collisions, as well as some congestion as we go through that first turn through the hole. Once they actually get through that and congestion on the first entry onto the pipe, it should open up some to where it won't be as congested, but this first lap is definitely going to be key in the fact that they're going to have to deal with those 2 choke points with that first turn through the hole into the next area of the track and getting onto the pipe. What's going on, AZ Bear? I'm having a great weekend. I hope you're enjoying yours as well. It looks like somebody is calling for a possible new cyclone due to the fact that they took some damage getting off of the C2. We'll see if we can get in a little closer here to the starting line. There we go. Just waiting for the racers to give their ready in the race chat. And it looks like we've got a couple of readies already set up. And it looks like they're making accommodations for the vehicle that was damaged while unloading. So that's good. That means everybody will have a fresh vehicle, no possible unexpected outcomes from that. Of course, the other obstacle that they really have to look out for with this is not only the rocks on the course, but if anybody does break down, lose tires, blows up, or gets disabled in any way, they are going to have to watch out for that scrap that is going to be on the course. There's a lot of scrap already littered across the course of the Snake Pit, as anybody that's been out here knows. So it's going to be another obstacle they'll have to keep an eye out for, and Anroll and Flex will be doing their best to give that information over to Gravity Cast so we can hopefully avoid it. But anybody that's been out here knows that there's scrap all over this place. Cuddy engines actually built into the landscape and the textures and everything. So there's a large amount of scrap that is already out here, but the racers have ran this enough that they know the location of those items. Let's check up on Atmo Esports channel, see what's going on there. Looks like they're just going through the prizes for this event.
boy, those vehicles, those RCs are packed in there tight. There's going to be some bumping.
Yeah, I mean, that first turn and the pipe entry is going to be definitely a choke point that I think we'll probably see some collisions on. People are going to be rushing to get ahead of people before getting on that pipe because they're not going to be able to pass once they get up there. Still waiting to see Gravity Cat give his ready in the chat. Haven't seen that yet. Man, they are really putting them fender to fender, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like just a little bit of wiggling and people are going to start slamming into each other. What the heck?
Well, they're already replacing one person's vehicle because they took damage coming off the C2.
It's like Gravity is back a little bit from the rest of the crowd. I wonder if he's just waiting for things to settle. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gives them a little bit of leeway not to get caught up in the mess that's going to happen on that first turn. Plus, you know, those people in the center there, that rock pile in the center straight ahead of them, they're going to be going left and right to avoid that. So that's going to cause some pumping and grinding. Oh, there's Gravity Cat's ready. So it looks like he's satisfied with his starting position. Still waiting for him to start his picture.
Yeah, smartly behind the line. Herbie's all the way off to the right.
Yep. I'm surprised they're using boxes for this.
Makes some sense. The Ludex is right in the middle of the pack. Like, I don't know how he's going to avoid not getting slammed into.
Yeah, I have no idea how he's gonna avoid. He's gonna have to go around those rock piles or try to push people out of the way. I mean, there's no boost or anything like that, so with the RC not having a boost, nobody's gonna be able to get a real jump off the line.
Calling it now. Someone's going to go, my boost isn't working.
I would hope at this point they all know the boost has been gone off the RC since before January. Looks like Gravity Cat is typing.
Okie dokie. Ugh.
Ah, there you are. Ready for your
This works, no
picture?
worries.
We're going to go ahead and pop that out.
So you're smartly holding back from the line. That's going to be a giant mess of nothing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Herbie's over here cheating next to me. He's way over there on the hill. He's going to get a nice running start down this area here. Good move, Herbie.
See if we can't get your thing now. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't understand this call here. It's so stupid.
Herbie's gonna take off like a rocket.
Oh yeah, being way up on the hill like that? Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his game plan is for that. But I
Oh,
got you
yeah,
live
get
now,
this-
Gravity Cat.
Yeah, Herbie's got a good idea. If you want to get higher with him, that's speed and maybe shoot out in front of everybody. That's what he's planning on doing.
Yeah, he's got
Close
that.
to that edge of rocks.
Yeah, he's got that rock pile there in front of him, which is going to be a concern.
No, he's going to come down at an angle from how I have my camera. He's going to shoot down at an angle just in front of him. He has the good straight line.
Yeah, he's going to try to cut between those rock piles, and he's going to have those people coming straight at him, too.
Yeah, he'll have the speed advantage from the hill.
See, I definitely would recommend just focusing on surviving the first couple of corners.
Yeah, that first pipe entry and that first turn through the hole is going to be congested as hell.
Yep. Yeah, you got all your other spots down, so you'll make up all your time everywhere else. The way they're starting this is just retarded.
It looks like they got them packed in there, fender to fender for sure. I mean, there's going to be... Oh, there's already an explosion. Oh, that was the...
We're all dead. We're all dead.
What happened?
Every single one blew up.
Whoa.
What the hell just
Killed
happened?
everybody?
Yep.
What the hell just happened? How did all the cyclones just all blow up at the same time?
We might as well go back to the other chat.
All right, I don't know what just happened. Everybody just all blew up at once. That is very, very strange for sure. I'm not sure what happened. We'll get some word here. Anrol and Flex are up there in the main channel trying to find out what happened. We will wait to see what the report is from them. Let me check in on the Atmo page. Nothing definitive in the Atmo page other than maybe they were all packed way too tightly, but I don't know. They're getting everybody trying to clear the course of the debris with the tractor beam guns. Currently, right now, that's what they're working on down there. As you see that the people are running around, they're using their tractor beams to try and clear the course. Of course, this means that everybody's going to have to go back and get more cyclones, and they are going to have to reline up. We do have verification that there are no attacking craft in the area, so this was not an attack on the racers by any outside source. It appears just Star Citizen being Star Citizen, I guess. Poe, everyone explodes one, but I am still alive, so I can't put that on the Dark Hour death counter because I am still alive on the carrot. But there are no other ships in the area. We just saw an explosion, a small one at that seemed to be on the back of the line, but maybe it was just a chain reaction. Two cyclones desynced too close to each other, and just one exploded and just went right down the line, very likely. I mean, we know they were packing them in there tight, that is for sure. But they've got a crew down there trying to clear the area and use tractor beams to get the debris off the course. Of course, this will also add additional debris if they can't get everything moved. Which, for where they're lining up, is not too big of a problem, because usually when you come in between lap to lap, you're going through that left gantry instead of the right. But... yeah, and oh, Poe, yeah, I see your comment over there on Atmo. Everyone would be dead if it was a bomb. One car just exploded and critically damaged all the others. I think that's what it was.
I honestly think that that is probably what occurred, because we did see that all the drivers survived from what we can tell. So we are going to have a little bit of a delay here as they try to clear the course and get everything relined up. So that is very, very unfortunate, and this is definitely going to cause quite a bit. They still have a lot of vehicles down there on the line just sitting that they've got to try to clear out of there. If they really had to, they could really just start from the left side if needed. But it's still unnecessary debris on the course prior to the race. Of course, that is the Carrack there that we are viewing from. And we have the Atmo crew down here. Try and see if we can't get a better view of the line. Through all the smoke and everything. And then once we get Gravity Cat back and everything, we will try to get him back on camera. And they have already called for all racers to go back to the C2s to go and pick up their other vehicles. The C2s are on their way in. So once Flex and Anroll get back here, we'll possibly have some more information as to what happened. But I think it definitely had to do with one vehicle having an issue, maybe just being so close to each other, and set off a chain reaction. We were very close to having everybody ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much had all but one racer ready at that point. Raging, there was a mishap on the starting line. We were one racer away from having everybody ready. There was one cyclone that may have been taking damage due to desync or something like that. Exploded, set off a chain reaction, took out all the other cyclones. And the entire starting line is now full of debris. As you can see them down here trying to clear it up. Just, it was like a fuse. One went off and they all blew up. And of course, they're trying to break up some of these cyclones now so they can be tractor beamed out of the way. And that way there is less debris and more possibility of being able to get them moved out of the way so that they're not a continuing hazard to the track. And Herbie mentioned in the tournament chat that a single line, that actually a grid system would be better than a single line. It looks like the Carrack's on the move. I'm not sure where we're going. We may be going to help assist bringing more cyclones over. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Or we may be transporting some more racers back over to McGrath to pick up vehicles. Raging, I would definitely say I did not expect that to happen either. That was really a shock. We were watching and there was one small explosion. And after that, we just saw all the tires and all the wheels fall off every single cyclone. There was only one, I think, that survived that was way to the right, which I think was Herbie's. But
but all of them that were lined up on the main grouping all went up like a Roman candle. It appears that none of the drivers were injured, so it definitely wasn't a interfering ship from outside of Atmo Esports or the race crew. So it wasn't a A1 or an A2 or anything like that, because people did not get taken out, it doesn't appear. Plus, those that should have had their spawn set on the Carrack here so that they'd still come right back to where we were. But it looks like, yeah, we're back over here at McGrath loading up while more crew continues to kind of clear that track over there and get the raceway ready again. So a little bit of an unexpected event here. The tournament chat is definitely full of surprise that of what happened. But we'll get loaded back up with some more RCs and get back over there, reline people up, and get them all set to go and try to get this race underway as quickly as they can, I'm sure. Yeah, it looks like we definitely had racers on board that may have been taken out on the starting line. So they are down on the ground here at McGrath to go get their Cyclones. I imagine we'll be making our way back over to the starting line here shortly. All right, and we are off the ground heading back over to the starting line while everybody is getting their vehicles again. And we'll have to see if they've been able to clear that line or if we're going to have to shift the starting point over to the left side. But Atmo does keep a track team on hand for situations like this, and that is who you saw down there clearing out the debris. A lot of the drivers jumped in to try to help clear the debris out, though they were directed to go back and get their vehicles. The track team is still over here working on clearing everything out. And it looks like daylight is coming up. This actually might be a benefit with it becoming daylight. It does improve visibility on the course for all the racers, of course. And that I would say may be a positive out of this. Of course, any kind of delay like this is not necessarily a positive. But if there's a silver lining to this, then that's the fact that the daylight is coming at night with the headlights going, and the dark dust clouds kicked up by vehicles in front of you can be very distracting. So this may help all the racers with their visibility, especially with the dust storms and everything such as that. Let's see if we can't get a look at that starting line and see if it's looks like they've got it pretty much clear. Yeah, I mean, great job by Atmo Esports track team. It appears that for the most part, the track has been cleared now and is set for a relineup. So good job by Atmo on doing that. They got that cleared very quickly and very efficiently. So it looks like we'll be good to go to get the teams back over here and get them lined up again. There's really not much of any debris left down here. And there's the Carrack still making its landing up there. And this is just how dusty it is here right now in the dawn hours on on Clio. And of course, you can see the track team here. They are working on making sure that all the debris is out of there. If I can get my camera steady. Not great visibility right now, but that should improve as the sun comes up. We'll see those C2s come in to unload again. Hopefully things will go a little smoother the second time around. And we'll see if we can at least get a decent view of the start of the race, and we'll get Gravity Cat's view back as soon as he comes back to the channel. Poe Raging is a guy arriving with pizzas to a burning room. Raging is pretty good about thinking of possibilities that could occur in different situations. I'll give him credit for that. But I don't think anybody could have expected that to happen. Last year when they did this race, I believe they started off in a grid of 4x4. Based on times and ranking. It was the first race. It was all based on the qualifiers. And I believe they did it in a grid of 4x4. So we'll see if they change up the way they were lining people up here on the second go around. If they're going to put them into a grid or if they're going to try and do it in a single line again. Downfall with the single line. I mean, that just shows possibilities, whether it's because of server stability, server issues. You know, it's hard to tell. It could have just been desync between one vehicle and another, and they were actually making contact, and one took enough damage to blow up. It just set off everything else around it because they were packed fender to fender. And of course, we have all the spectators on board the Carrack here. We got Gerbo the Gnome, we've got Circle Worm, Check Leak, and Goofy Gamer Girl are on board here. All friends of the channel from Delta Diatus, as well as other race teams. Punch Nomies and Catcom. So definitely wishing luck to all the racers out there today. And I have a feeling this is going to be a very good race. There's some very tight choke points at the beginning here and throughout the entire race. That's definitely going to come into play with any of the packs that are close together. The first lap, I think, is going to be the most dangerous because you have an immediate choke point right after the start, going through the hold, heading towards the pipe, and then getting onto that pipe is definitely going to be backed up. Once you're on that pipe, though, you're not going to be trying to pass. You're basically going to be stuck in the position that you're in, because you got to remember, if you fall off the pipe, no matter where it is from the beginning to the end, if you fall off the pipe before you pass the dismount point, you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the pipe and get back on. If you're 3/4 of the way across, your race is over. If you fall off 3/4,
of the way across that pipe, you're not going to be able to go up the side walls to get up over the plateaus. You're going to have to race that course backwards back to the finish to get started back up again. And that's going to take significant time. If you're going to fall off, you're best to have it be done at the very beginning, because then you just make the loop back around. But anywhere past that initial starting point, going over that, that pipe is going to be a big determining factor in this race today. Yeah, I mean, Raging, your best bet to make up ground if you fall behind is absolutely praying that somebody else falls off that pipe. That is really your only option, because making up significant time, if you fall off, is only going to be possible if other people fall off. People's ability to get on and stay on that pipe is what's gonna win this race. There is a warning, and I don't know how accurate this is. We don't have confirmation yet of a possible accidental self-destruct on the starting line that might have been the cause, but we don't have confirmation. That's speculation right now. Maybe we'll learn more from Anroll and Flex when they come back over from the main channel. But possibility of an accidental self-destruct. Looks like the first C2 is landed and offloading racers now. And here they come, coming off the front end of that C2. See if I can't get as best of a view of this as possible. Right where you see that person standing down there is where they're probably going to line up. Raging, yeah, check the keybinds. That is not a keybind you want to forget where it's at. That is definitely not a great idea. You got to remember, this race is not in an armistice zone or anything. There is no hostile activity during these races. You cannot shoot at other racers. You know, there's no hostilities allowed. So what may have been the cause? We'll hopefully have more information here soon. So I'm going to leave you guys with a view of them lining up. I'm going to grab another soda and we will be right back. But looks like the first C2's landed. Second one should be on its way. Looks like we're waiting on a few more people. All right, puppers are all fed as well. Let's see. All right, so we're starting to get ready reports in from different racers. We've got ready reports from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got half the racers in a ready position and waiting on that second C2 to come in with the rest of them. Looks like they're kind of doing their own self-grid and spreading themselves out a little bit more. We can see some race officials running around down there. Let's see what's going on the Atmo channel. So we are just sitting here and waiting for the rest of the racers to show up. We've got 8 in place and 8 ready now. Michael King, what's going on? Great to see you. So it looks like in the Atmo chat that there is speculation there that it was somebody that accidentally hit the backspace and took everybody out. Apparently accidentally. Well, I'm sure we'll get more information once Flex and Ann will get back into the chat.
Here comes the other C2 now with the rest of the racers. Hopefully this will have the other 8. Bailey, no. Yes, I see you. You want to come say hello? Come on. You can come say hello. Yes, you're a good girl. She just wants her pets. All right, Wayne, go lay down on your pillow. Go lay down. Getting hair everywhere. All right, so we've got our second C2 down. Hopefully this will have our other 8 competitors on it. Of course, this Pisces here just on the bottom of the screen is the starting indicator Pisces. We've got our ninth racer ready. And once we get Gravity Cat back down to the channel, we'll get his view back. We should see those RCs coming off that C2 here momentarily. Here they come. I would imagine Gravity Cat should be on that C2, hopefully. This one that just exited is the 13th vehicle. We've got 3 more that should be coming in for the starting line. Here comes number 14. And number 15. Ooh, looks like took a healthy bump in there. So looks like we just need 1 more off the C2, and that should get us all 16 racers back in place. Got 3 more readies. So from what I'm seeing in different chats, speculation is somebody accidentally did a backspace.
Could be. I mean, they were all super close together, so.
Yeah, in the Atmo chat and in the team chat, Christian even put out a warning that anybody else, accidental or not, will be DQ'd if they self-destruct. And in the Atmo stream chat on Twitch, some people were saying somebody accidentally backspaced and took everybody out.
Well, apparently it was Mach X was the one that exploded, but he said he didn't do anything, so.
Yeah. All right, and there's our last racer coming up to the line now. Gravity Cat's already given his ready, so we'll get his stream back here as soon as possible.
Yeah, them changing the whole race line and making us go on the right side, that should have been known before, you know? Like.
And
Okey-dokey, let's try this again.
There is Gravity Cat's feed. All right, try to keep it in one piece this time, Gravity Cat.
Hey, I didn't self-destruct.
I know you didn't.
Yeah, but you were close to the guy that self-destruct, so that's your fault, man.
Let me reline up Gravity Cat's.
Touching shoulders like that.
Let me reline up Gravity Cat's picture here. There we go.
All right, Andrew, do you have the chat pulled up so you can see the countdown whenever you go for it?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go on mute. You guys will be able to be heard on the stream, but I'll be muted, just kind of commentating, so. That way you guys can communicate clearly with Gravity Cat without me interrupting.
Copy. Gravity, turn your push to talk off.
And Gravity, good luck.
Thank you. I'm just not going to talk. It's fine.
Okay.
Just feed me info.
So we are going to hear everything that they're talking about, and they're going to be able to pass along all the information that they need to. Between different things, we got Gravity Cat's view and Gravity Cat's sound. So you're going to be hearing everything from his cockpit for the most part. Let's recenter up his picture there. And it looks like we got everybody confirmed and ready to go. So we will go ahead and keep this view for the start, and then we will shift over to Gravity Cat's view. Again, that first turn and the pipe are going to be the big choke points for this first lap. After the first lap, they're probably going to spread out depending on how many fall off the pipe. So that pipe is going to be the danger area for sure. And it looks like everybody is just re-readying up to confirm that they are ready to go. Again, some strong competitors in this race. We got Luddix, we got Herbie, we got Space Tech, and of course Gravity Cat is no stranger to holding his own. We've got reports that one racer, W, is no longer working for him. I wonder if he alt-tabbed out or something. We'll have to see what happens with that. Race starts in 1 minute. 1 minute to the start. So we'll catch the start here and see if we can't catch any of the action as they come through. And that is our Pisces that's going to indicate the start. When that lifts off and the countdown that's in the tournament chat, they will get plenty of notification of the start of the race. Again, don't forget, if you guys want to join in, catch up with us on or off stream, hit us up on the Discord. You can get in on some of these events as well. We always welcome everybody over there. You don't have to be in the org. 3, 2,
1, watch the ship.
And there it goes. That's the start of the reverse snake pit race. They are coming through, trying to avoid those rocks. And we've got some vehicles definitely getting turned around. On this course, you hit a rock, it likes to flip you 180. We're going to switch over to Gravity Cat's view now as he's going up and starting to get to that hole. Here's that first congestion point. As you can see, they are all getting cramped in there. Gravity Cat trying to keep some distance and make his way through on the lines. He gets hit from behind. And again, you take bumps on this course, it likes to flip you 180. There is a nice clean line through these rocks, and they are just plain bumper cars out here.
The idiots.
And Gravity Cat is trying to make his way up there. If you lose your momentum, this hill becomes a real burden. And as you can see, we've already got 4 or 5 competitors up there on that pipe. And that pipe is going to be a definite hazard trying to stay up there. Anybody bumps you from behind or anything trying to pass, both vehicles will most likely go off. The couplings on this pipe also have a habit of throwing you to one side or another when you get up towards the top here. And remember, if they fall off of this pipe, they have to go back to the beginning, unless they are past the dismount point, at which point they're fine. But this pipe is going to be a hazard. As you can see, it likes to push you to one side or another.
Behind you, you're good.
Even if Gravity Cat catches up to that guy ahead of him, passing is going to be very, very difficult and not really recommended to be attempted. All you want to concentrate on here is staying on that pipe. And Gravity is
dangerously getting close to that side, which can just definitely pull you off. But just naturally, this pipe wants to suck you off one side or the other. That was really bad wording for that too. He's doing an excellent job maintaining a line on there though and staying on top. The dismount is always ugly. And it looks like we already have somebody that fell off the pipe, basically stating in the tournament chat they got pushed off the pipe. Unfortunately, that is something that can happen. Current standings right now, Amarok's Fang is in 7th with Wonder Colonial, followed by Garden Racing, Novak Racing, Argo Navies, Catcom Alpha, Wildcards Racing, Amarok's Fang, Punch Nobis, Venture Origins, SPG Racing, AAWA Drunken Turtles, Black Hawks, LYS Motorsports, Star Prime Racing, Delta Diatus, and Evaria. And there's that ugly dismount off the pipe. There's not a whole lot you can do to make that pretty.
Good job. Here's where you make it top.
Gravity Cat has been practicing this race and knows this course extremely well. So he knows where he has to go and what he has to do. We're going to turn our view around back to the starting line view so that we can see them when they come around. At least Gravity is around that blue RC. Yeah, the important thing right now is he's got 5 laps to do. So no placement is guaranteed because all it takes is one fall off that pipe to really ruin your placement. Again, you have to go all the way back to the beginning if you fall off that pipe. Gravity Cat making some ground, passing one competitor there. I don't know which one that was, but we're going to keep an eye on Gravity Cat's view here. Now, I know that in practice, we had Gerbil the Gnome actually join us a couple of nights, and he was saying Herbie was putting up some spectacular times. Right now, Herbie is definitely one of the strongest racers on these courses, and he is definitely going to be a force to reckon with. But it seems like he may even also be playing it a little bit safe at the beginning here, knowing what stakes are at hand with that pipe.
Looks like Herbie's taking their next. Yeah.
And they are coming through the rocky area here, trying to find that best line. Gravity Cat has definitely gotten some decent lines coming through these areas. It looks like we've got our first RC back after falling off the pipe. Again, that's that one that you saw in the lower left-hand corner come in from the left side because they have to go back to the beginning if they fall off. Currently right now, Amarok's Fang has moved back up to 6th place, followed by Argo Navies. First place is Herbie, followed by Luddix of Blackhawks, Star Prime Racing, Venture Origins, Catcom Alpha, and then Gravity Cat in 6th with Amarok's Fang. And Argo Navies right on the heels. Gravity Cat likes that line going to the right. It provides for a cleaner line through this area. Launching yourself is not ideal. Getting airborne is not really a great idea on here because you have a lot of control that's lost and it can send you tumbling for sure. And you don't want the RCs to really get into a upside down position because it could mean you have to get out, use your tractor beam to put the vehicle back on its wheels. These rocks are just everywhere though. We've got our first competitor, if you look in the lower left-hand corner, coming around to come back under the gantry. And Herbie and Luddix, I believe that is, they're coming around that corner. Amarok's Fang is still holding a strong 6th position. This is only the first of 5 laps, so there are 4 more laps to go and 4 more trips over that pipe. All it takes is one fall.
Thing just will not turn a corner. Holy crap. Suffering from FPS bad.
Yeah. Currently in 6th position. 22nd behind second place.
And Gravity Cat
You already know
passing
it's
through the
tough.
gantries there, going back towards that hole. It's going to be definitely interesting to see what happens on this pipe. If anybody falls off that's ahead of them. And Gravity Cat coming back up towards the entry onto that pipe, looking at the view of the vehicles going over the pipe on the Atmo Esports broadcast. There is a large grouping that are getting in just on the pipe now ahead of Gravity Cat. 4 competitors grouped tightly close together. It's going to be
Got one
interesting
stalled
to
out
see
on the
if
second
any...
knuckle. He's moving now.
See if any of these, it looks like we have an impact on the pipe. And it looks like one person got 90 degrees, may have stalled out. That would have been the one that Flex was warning him about. Of course, that is the purpose of Flex and Anvil there, to pass along that information. And Gravity Cat doing a stellar job maintaining that line on the pipe. Keep in mind, if you are watching the Atmo Esports stream, that is definitely several seconds behind our broadcast here. Always makes me nervous when Gravity goes into a first-person view, especially on this pipe. But the man knows how to drive, so I will let him do what he is doing. All right, so current standings: first place, Punch Nomi; second place, Venture Origins, followed by Black Hawk Athletics, has fallen back to third, followed by Catcom Alpha, which is Enterprise, Star Prime Racing in fifth, Amarok's Fang still in sixth, followed by Novak Racing, LYS Motorsports, One Cord, Colonial, Eva Ria in 10th, Garden Racing in 11th, Delta Diatus back in 12th, and in 13th place, Argo Navies. We have 3 teams that currently right now may have been DNF. And there is the dismount, which is never pretty. Just hope that you get back on your wheels and you can keep going. Gravity Cat close in front of those people in front of him. This is where he can definitely make up some time now that he is back on the ground. He is extremely good at these areas. He knows his lines and he knows which way he wants to go. Some congestion can definitely slow you down, but if you have a line that takes you outside of it, then that can definitely be very helpful. This again, only the second lap of 5. So still some time here to make up some ground. And just, yeah, nicking those rocks can just kick your back end out from underneath you and definitely hurt you. Also launching off of there, much you saw that one on its side. Launching too much off that hill can definitely get you sideways or even upside down.
16-second gap.
Gravity Cat has made up at least 4 seconds on his distance between him and first. And he's coming around into these areas here. Atmo Esports still show us in a 6th place position, which is good positioning right now. He's got some room to run. He's not got too much congestion going on. As you can see, very, very dusty, very low visibility, especially when you're trying to get your path through these rocks here. It makes it a little bit more difficult. The other downfall is with all these assets in one area and everything, definitely FPS of the server is, for this area, is definitely stressed. We will say, well, that's a good word. Stressed is a good word.
Yeah, Herbie's on the exact same line. There's nothing different.
And let's see here. And Gravity Cat coming around. This last corner, right before going back across the starting line, is probably the most cluttered area with rocks. Last year, doing this in the opposite direction, starting and going the other way, you could actually get a good line going high on the back wall and cutting in. Unfortunately, on the reverse, it actually costs you more time than you would save by doing that. All right, so it looks like we've got some people back up on the pipe making their way across into the third lap. Gravity Cat is coming across the starting line now. If you look in that lower left-hand corner, you can see him crossing the starting line as he comes around to head back towards that opening and make that turn towards the pipe entry. Right now, Herbie is in first place. Amarok's Fang, Gravity Cat has moved up into 5th place currently. First place is Punch Nomies with Herbie. Second place, Enterprise with Catcom. Third place, Blackhawks with Luddix. Venture Origins in 4th, followed by Amarok's Fang with Gravity Cat. And then after that, it's Novak Racing just overtook Star Prime Racing. LYS Motorsports, Corp Colonial, Everia, and it looks like we don't have any DNFs. They just lost track of where people were at. But Delta Diatus is still in the back half. And here's Gravity Cat going up to get onto that pipe for his 3rd crossing of it. Those knuckles definitely being a issue that you need to keep an eye on. You can see several different racers down below the pipe there coming across the starting line. Right now, the front half of the pack have all finished lap 2 and into 3, and the back half are still coming around to finish up with lap 2. Delta Diatus is in 12th place. Oh, Delta Diatus just moved up to 10th place and is making up some ground, so good for them. Argo Navies has fallen back into 16th place. Novak Racing, though, is still closely behind Gravity Cat's position. But Gravity Cat making this pipe look like it's nothing and getting a, hopefully going to be a clean 3rd crossing on this. Definitely not anywhere on here is a good spot to fall off just because of the fact you have to go back to the beginning of it.
You got a big gap between you and the guy behind you, so there's no sign.
You can hear Flex letting Gravity Cat know the gap has widened between him and the person behind him. The key thing to remember is that none of these positions that they're in right now really have a solid standing because, again, all it takes is one fall off of that pipe in any spot before the dismount point and you're going to be done. You're going to be pushing all the way back to the back of the pack. Gravity Cat back on the ground. He can see the Cyclone ahead of him. And it looks like they got sideways. And that's the bad part about congestion through these rocks is the fact that if that's your path, you kind of either got to find a way around him or you're still stuck behind him. Gravity Cat's making his move and moves ahead. Side by side now. And, oh, got a little sideways there. Kind of a back and forth with Gravity Cat and Venture Origins. This jump is definitely a tough jump to make as it does like to throw you and flip you if you don't land it correctly. Looks like both of them made it over fairly straight. We can see both both the competitors directly ahead of us, which would be Venture Origins and Letics from Blackhawks. Gravity Cat has definitely been making up some ground here as he tries to make clean lines through this area and debris here. Gotta remember, in these areas here, we got cutting engine debris around one turn further ahead. We've got ship debris here. And hitting any of this debris can definitely cost you a lot of speed. And really, you want to keep what speed you can on for when you have to make that climb up over into the last leg, heading back towards the starting line. Right now, no change in the standings. Punchnomi's followed by Catcom, followed by Blackhawks, followed by Venture Origins, followed by Amrock's Fang. Looks like Gravity Cat took a little bit of a hit that flipped him around. And he is coming around that last bend before getting to the hill to get back into that last section before the starting line.
Doing great, Gravity.
He likes hugging this right side on this. It leaves him a little bit cleaner path coming down and moving into the next section. And getting too much air here in this position can definitely roll you, flip you, and spin you around. So you watch as he uses a little bit of caution there. Weaving his way through those rocks there, trying to make sure he doesn't hit any of them. Gonna go ahead and go up high and follow that line up over the next bump that takes you back into the starting line. He is continually neck and neck with the people there in front of him as he comes up over that. Oh, a little bit of a collision there. That didn't help him very much, but he can recover from that. And here he comes across the starting line that you can see in the lower left-hand corner. And it is the three of them, not a massive amount of distance between the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place here. And we've got people up on the pipe, which would be Herbie and Letics most likely. And it looks like we got about a 3.9 second distance between us and the person ahead of us. Gravity Cat's coming through that hole there, heading back up towards the pipe entrance. It looks like up on the pipe.
Second and third place just hit second knuckle and pipe.
They are making some good time up there.
Fourth is directly in front of you.
Now again, you're going to see them slow way down going over those knuckles because those knuckles like to throw cars left and right.
So Ludox and them is just in front of whoever's here. One of these is lap, one of these is not.
And he makes over the first knuckle. There's the second knuckle, and now he's free to go with no obstructions. Again, this pipe, this is his 4th crossing of this pipe, and it is the worst part of this race because it just wants to pull you from one side to another. Right now, there's about 3.6 second difference between Letics and Ender Master, which is the 2nd and 3rd place competition right now. We have about the same amount of time between us and 4th place. 4th place is Isotope from Venture Origins.
Isotropic is the one that's right in front of Gravity.
Raging, that doesn't surprise me that he's got a 65-second lead. Herbie has phenomenal times on this course. The man knows how to race. He is insane in a cyclone. I think going into this, we expected that Herbie was going to take first place with this. and we want to, do what we can to contend for as close to the, second, third, or fourth that we can. And Gravity Cat is doing a hell of a job. For 16 racers, he's in 5th place right now and doing an amazing job at it. This is not an easy course by any means. As you can see, that dismount is just horrendous. Oh, no. He is turtled.
You got a tractor, man. You got to get out and flip it. Make sure you power it off.
He's going to have to get out of the vehicle, use his tractor beam to put it back onto its wheels. There we go. He's got it righted back. Now it's going to be a matter of getting back in and getting back on the course. His Cyclone is definitely beat up, but he is back in and getting ready to go. That is definitely one of the hazards of this course as well, too, especially with that dismount. But Gravity Cat is getting back underway after that. I'm not sure how that's going to affect placement. It may put us back a position or two, but it looks like Gravity Cat's getting right back into it. He's just concentrating on trying to keep his line, a little bit of rubbing as he's doing so, but with racing, that's expected. And it looks like that one got, oh, they both got hung up on a rock, but Gravity Cat recovers quickly. Coming around to the jump, and currently right now, Delta Diatus has moved up into 7th place, so they are definitely making some ground up as well. They are in their 4th lap alongside us. And there's Gravity Cat going over the hump and getting back underway here. Trying to reposition his camera. Third person is definitely one of the easier views to be able to do this racing. Allows you to see more of what's out in front of you so that you can pre-plan your routes and know which way it is that you kind of need to go. So you're going to see that in pretty much all of these races, first person is only going to use sparingly. And there he goes over that, heading back towards the turn to head back towards the starting point. Not sure who that was that Gravity Cat just passed.
Having the wrong way.
But not sure where they were going. We can of course see the dust from the Cyclone ahead of us. So that is good that we, and that's the hard part about the bumps. Herbie is on his final lap, yes. That is not surprising to me at all. Sometimes I wonder if Herbie actually plays Star Citizen or if all he ever does is race when he gets in. I have a feeling that for the most part he just races. The man is hella good at these courses. I think on a lot of them he has the record times. And there goes Gravity Cat passing one more. Not sure where that is. They still have us showing us in 5th place position. I don't believe that has been updated as of yet, but we should be getting an update when they come across the starting line here. Gravity Cat getting a glancing blow from that one rock. Recovered extremely well. He's coming in and setting up for his high line path over into the straightaway. Gets bumped by that one. These rocks are just everywhere in here. Yeah, you know, I gotta have admiration for these guys too, because they make it look easy, and just going through the practice with everybody, this is not easy. The times that Gravity Cat put up on here, I definitely couldn't even get close. I'm not good in the Cyclone. Gravity Cat's coming across the starting line now.
Why does this piece of shit continually spin around 180 degrees? I don't understand.
Breath. It's your last lap. Hit it.
All right, Gravity Cat starting his last lap now. I think the frustration is understandable. I mean, you bump any of these rocks and it just wants to flip your vehicle 180 degrees. Right now, we are in 7th place with Argo Navies and Delta Diatus ahead of us. Delta Diatus continues to make progress in crawling up to the front of the pack. Of course, we know that definitely one of the frustrating things is the RC has lost definitely some of its capabilities since last year's System 7. Currently, right now, brakes are near non-existent on it. There's no boost on it. And also, there is a bit of an issue with when you're going for so long in a forward motion, it does like to leave the gas on and doesn't slow down when you let up on the gas. You actually almost have to reverse to get it to slow down. So we know that the RC is not in a prime condition for sure. Gravity Cat making his final way across that pipe. Doing an amazing job in this race and doing excellent for the conditions that we are given here. The talent it takes to actually go across this pipe 5 times without falling off is amazing. It's the hardest thing to do.
You got this. 25-second gap. You can make that up.
Flex giving some words of encouragement to Gravity. I know Gravity has spent countless hours on practicing this course, but it's one of those courses that no matter how much you practice, there's still those unforeseeable things that can occur, especially when you're going from practicing with 3 or 4 people to running it with 16 people. Once you throw 16 people on there, it is tough. I mean, the congestion at the start. And then the things that you can't count on, like if you're going to land on your roof or not. You know, in all of that practice, I don't think there was really much time that he had to get out and use his tractor beam to flip his vehicle. But it happened here in the race, and those are the things you can't exactly plan for. You just have to address them as they happen. And it looks like that is going to be Delta Diatus in front of us there. And Gravity Cat is right on his tail. Again, this spot right here is going to be a place where we can definitely make up some ground going over this lip, because if you go too fast, it wants to flip you and roll you. Gravity Cat's got a good handle on that transition, and he has passed Delta Diatus, if the standings on the Atmo channel are correct. And he is trucking along on one of his better areas of this course that offers some wide open spaces. He knows this course like the back of his hand. And this is where he can usually make up at least a little bit of ground. Oh. All right, at least he landed on his tires. That's always a tough transition there, because once you actually start rolling, you just gotta hope that you're gonna see it land on its wheels and not completely roll over. He's going through the path that he knows there. We've got Herbie is across the finish line and has taken first place. And he is coming around the corner into the turn before the last one, back towards the starting line. Navigating those rocks, doing an amazing job. And he's going to take his favorite path over there to the right side in that larger hill. Gives him a clean line to get through and find his path through the next area here. Nice. And he is off. Again, you really want to limit how much time that you're in the air, because the more time you spend in the air, the more time it has to roll you, flip you, and spin you around. And that can definitely cost quite a bit of time. All right, so we've got Venture Origins is over in 5th place. Delta Diatus, I believe, is right behind us. And Gravity Cat is coming around back towards the starting line. This is going to be the last lap for him. Going to take that high line over. And it looks like actually Delta Diatus is still in front of us, possibly. As Gravity makes his last transition over that, Delta Diatus is across the finish line. Congratulations to them. And Gravity Cat is coming up on the finish line now, has a clear shot towards it, and that will give us 7th place in race 3 of the reverse snake pit for the System 7th.
The other guys are sitting in the middle, so I guess it doesn't matter now at this point.
And he is past the finish line for 7th place.
Good job, Gravity. You got 7th.
That was fucking unreal.
All right, with the turtling, still came 7th. Nice, you know?
Yep, for sure. That was brutal, and you got that over about as fast as you possibly could have.
Congratulations, Gravity Cat. Amazing freaking job, especially with handling that rollover. You did it amazing, dude.
That Cyclone I'm driving is spent.
It was spent from the beginning of the race. You got hit like 15 times in the beginning.
Yeah, you definitely took a lot of knocks there at the very beginning and everything, and I knew that was going to be a congestion point, that and the pipe. We had a couple of people or at least one I know of did fall off the pipe, and that's probably going to be who's going to come in the last. But you did an amazing job, dude. I mean, definitely nothing to be disappointed in at all. I mean, you did great. I mean, for the conditions what they are, and everything, I think you should be happy with it.
Yes. That start was brutal.
At one point, people were reporting that Herbie had like a 60-second lead.
Yeah, he I don't know.
I don't know how he does it.
Well, he didn't get caught up in that beginning traffic, and he was hitting the exact same time as you were. He was on 545s and 550s. That was his time. So it was just he didn't get caught up in the bullshit at the beginning. It was the only difference.
Yeah, and I never saw how he was handling the dismount from the pipe, so I'm not sure how he was doing on that.
Exactly.
Just the same as everybody.
Tumbling.
Tumbling all over the place. He just landed it every time.
But yeah, absolutely everything to be proud of on that one. I will gladly take it because this is not a easy course to run by any means. This is literal hell.
Well, I see who didn't practice, and they caused a lot of issues on this race.
I almost think Gravity Cat would probably prefer driving the PTV.
Hey, this one's done. We're on to the next one.
Yep. Anrol's up next. In 2 weeks, we're going to see Anrol running the STV out on Orison, and that's going to be followed by the PTV at the buggy track race on Orison, and those will occur 2 weeks from today, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Both races will be ran in the same day, and then 3 weeks after that, we will be running the whiteout course with the links that I'll be driving. And 1 week after that, we will have the finale with the Lorville Loop, with all 4 of us running different legs of the competition. So, any words you got, Gravity?
Guess not.
Disappointing server performance.
Well, there are some things outside of your control. Unfortunately, there are some things you have zero control over. That is absolutely for sure. But like I said, not anything that you should be disappointed in whatsoever. You ran a great race.
Didn't help we had like 400 vehicles out here half blown up.
Yeah, I mean, when we came back, it actually looked like they had done a pretty good job clearing all the debris out before you guys came back in the C2s.
So I went down and cleared it all out, and then got yelled at for doing it after I finished. Like literally, I got in every
good
vehicle,
job.
turned them all off, and cleared it out, and then they yelled at me for it. It was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah,
Like,
well,
we
I
have
mean,
people
they
do that. I was like, "I'm the person that's doing it. What do you mean?"
yeah, they put in the chat that there is a track team that is there to do that.
Yeah, they just wasn't doing it fast enough. It was like, I'll just hit them. And then I think after I got it done, they're like, "Oh no, we were supposed to do that."
I'm still, I mean, I was still in shock as to that explosion even occurring, but, you know, they did pretty well recovering from it. I will say that they did do a good job getting everybody regrouped and back to get more vehicles and get the line cleared and get the race back underway. Definitely, this is not a course that's easy for anybody to run. I mean, even as great as Herbie did, I'm sure that, you know, it's not easy for him either. Because the downfall is any little rock you hit, it just spins you 180. And we heard you getting frustrated with that, Gravity Cat. And I think everybody that's ran this knows that that's the case.
No. This thing was, I'm trying not to swear. It was spinning 180 for no reason whatsoever. Like any amount of little bump to the one side or the other was just spinning me around. And I have to chalk it up to bad server because it didn't do that any other time during practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but having a big old pile of jiggling wreck kind of ruined the frame rate in the whole area.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, just me spectating, I was at 29 FPS.
Yep, same here. Right about there.
Yeah, I was idling like 21 or lower.
Yeah, I mean, when you got this many entities at one site, especially out here at Microtech and Clio and all that, the FPS definitely takes a crap. That is for absolutely sure. So
Flex, you remember how that thing gets drifty when you turn and nothing happens?
Yep.
You have no idea.
Oh yeah, I know. I was watching. That's why I was like, "Hey, just take a breath. Just you're right. You know, it is what it is. You know."
Yeah, I mean,
you recovered great though after the flip. You recovered great. Made up one position. You know.
Yep. I mean that, and I think one, you did an excellent job on the pipe, dude. I mean, there were a couple of times there when you switched to first person view, I was like, it looked like you were getting closer to the edge. I was just like holding my breath to see if you could maintain it, and you rocked it, dude. I mean, you
because
took
the
that
frames
pipe.
are so janky, I couldn't get the thing to settle down.
You know what? With that kind of condition, man, you did an amazing job. I mean, that pipe is not easy to deal with.
Yeah, I noticed your camera kept dropping under the damn ground too. After
Yeah, the
you went
damn
over
camera
all
kept
that hill.
moving around.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
I let off the gas and it's like somebody punched me in the nose, which is why I stalled out on the hill like twice.
Yeah. And I was even mentioning the fact that, you know, it's got no boost, no brakes, and it likes to keep the accelerator at full if you let up on the acceleration.
Oh, it's rough.
Yeah, I mean, the RC is not in
everybody
a
else is
good...
going through it too, I'm sure, but jeepers.
Yeah, I mean, the RC is not in a good shape right now. Yeah, and there's not too much that, you know, can be done about it, and I don't know what their plans are with it, but it's definitely not in a good position, especially for, you know, this kind of race right now. But, you know, everybody's dealing with the same issues, like you said.
We also did it at the very worst part of the day, that frickin' sandstorm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I figured they should have
So
held
hard
it
to
off
see.
a little bit for that. But, you know.
Yeah, I don't know which would have been better, the little bit of daylight that you had or the nighttime.
No, if they
Why
just
don't I-
waited until right now, to the sandstorm
Yeah,
ended 30 minutes after sunrise, you're good.
It's a totally different game. When that sandstorm's taking place, you run into that floatiness all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It makes the performance worse by a ton.
Well, I mean, I would imagine that sandstorm also wrecks the FPS on top of it too, along with everything else. So raging, unfortunately, the RC is not high on CIG's list. Do you think? Yeah, I don't think it is either right now. Especially with 323 coming in, but from what I understand, I think Anral, didn't you say you tested it in 323 PTU and it wasn't any different?
Oh no, it handled exactly the same, and it was jiggling all over the freaking place. So
You got yours to handle. Mine, I would go and it would not react, and then as soon as I let go, it would take off forwards like it had boost, and then it would stop and back up into the fucking sky. It was horrible. That thing is bad right now.
Yeah. And, you know, the thing is, it is going to come down to most likely that some of these races are going to take place in 323. So right now we got to kind of juggle the practices as to what patch we think the race is going to be ran in. Now, I think that honestly, probably your races Animal will probably be in 322. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the last two races be in 323.
Right. I agree with that. And I think that's how we should practice it as well. You know, doing the Louisville loop for sure on 23.
Yeah.
And let's see how your vehicle is and all that. But regardless of all that, let's focus on helping out Andrew and his practices on the coming up weeks and get that in.
Yep. That's all we can do. Give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. Gravity Cat, any last words?
Surprised I'm still alive.
That's usually my feeling after any race I run. All right, so that's actually a good stopping point for us today. I appreciate you guys coming in for the System 7 race. Remember, check out Atmo Esports. 2 weeks from today, we'll be doing the two races with the STV on Orison and the PTV on the buggy track out there, Orison. That's going to be ran by Anral. 3 weeks after that, we will have the whiteout race with the links that I'll be running. And then 1 week after the whiteout race is the Lorville Loop. With all four of us racing different legs. It's going to be a combination of all the vehicles. We're going to have the STV, followed by the Ursa, followed by the Cyclone, followed by Flex on the hover bike. So join us for that. We appreciate you guys' support of the channel, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget to check us out back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, when we'll be going into 323 and checking out the PTU and all it has to offer, and hopefully find some doggies. And also join us for other practices as we get closer to the next race. We'll be doing those on stream as well too. And always remember, you can get into our Discord and catch up with us on or off stream and join in. You don't have to be in the org. We welcome everybody. Casual gameplay, racing, and anti-piracy. And of course, we always enjoy taking part in all the special events like this, or Daymar Rally, Hurston Hurt Locker, and the CIG special events like Xenothreat, which we should be seeing here coming soon. But everybody have a wonderful weekend, and we will